Once upon a time, a sea captain and his first mate washed up on the shore. A shore quite a distance in time, space, and dimension from the shipwreck that set them adrift. Now before you say anything, number one, yes, they are who you think they are. And number two, keep your mind open and your mouth shut. Our heroes had just arrived from a distant place called Neverland, where their ship had just been blown up. As soon as they gained the bearing, they realised that something was missing. So what would they call you now? Captain Stomp? The two men ventured out into this strange land, San Diego, America's finest city, the city that always sleeps, or Tijuana's stuck-up neighbour. Remember that these men were used to fairies and flying children, not skyscrapers and automobiles. Flabbergasted or not, they knew they had to adapt to this new world. Change the clothes, change the hair, get a job, and find a place to live. They never became quite comfortable with the television or motion pictures, so they spent much of their time in bookstores. One such visit turned their already twisted lives upside down. For as long as there had been long sea voyages, it was understood that it was alright to help a sailor out, wank wank, when at sea. The first mate had never confessed that he had also been very helpful in port. Hiding this from his captain became impossible when he noticed Aldo sucking on the lollipop. His captain hardly noticed though, because he was about to make a horrifying discovery. He found a book with the name of the most wicked person he ever encountered on its spine, Peter Pan. Inside was a libelous fabrication. Peter Pan wasn't the spoiled prince who murdered his family when they tried to make him grow up, and Tinkerbell wasn't the depraved fairy who cast a spell on Neverland that let no one age, and who pushed fairy dust, kinda like cocaine, and pimped out the lost boys. In this book, they were nice fairies who saved children from pirates like himself. The only reason he became a pirate in the first place was because that little flying shit rolled his ship, and that evil winged Sheila got his crew hooked on fairy dust. Had he not sailed into that foggy sea and found himself in that hell they called Neverland, he'd still be captain in the Royal Navy. Actually, he would have died 200 years ago, but we won't tell him that. The only thing that this J.M. Barrie got right was that Peter Pan cut off his right hand and fed it to a crocodile. The first mate took it very hard and found comfort in a powder similar to his old friend fairy dust. Fortunately, unlike Neverland, San Diego had many resources for drug addicts, and he soon found help with the support of loved ones. The captain had no vices to escape his pain with, and was plagued with night terrors. His first mate nudged him to get help, as the captain had done for him. Begrudgingly, the captain saw this psychoanalyst, who upon hearing what he assumed to be the captain's delusions, almost had him committed immediately. Instead, he decided to see if he could push his patient into reality by confronting the issues underneath his hallucinations. Soon, the captain realised he must take responsibility for his actions after Peter Pan first attacked him. He soon revealed that the night before he washed up in San Diego, he had lured Tinkerbell and Peter Pan onto his ship and blew it up. He assumed that he and his first mate were the only survivors. Even though he knew Peter Pan and Tinkerbell were pure evil, he now felt guilty for taking their lives. Having faced the demons, the two friends set out to live their exciting new lives, free to live how they wished. without the shadow of a malevolent fairy or a diabolical child to haunt them. The end.